Welcome to the Digital I Ching Library Companion playlist. This is Hexagram 7, the Army. If you have questions on the application, language, or terms in this material, watch Introduction Part 1 and Part 2 of the series. The judgment of Hexagram 7 states, The Army. The Army needs perseverance and strength, good fortune without blame. This judgment can indicate a transition from being a person with a simple idea to becoming a leader with a life mission. To be a strong and respectable leader does not mean to wield power to control others. Being an individual who acts on clear-sightedness and strong inner convictions towards a goal inspires others to follow. Ambiguity right now is your number one enemy, and your greatest ally is your consistency. If you are a leader or someone within a prominent position, define the mission, make roles and hierarchies clear and concise, stay objective, and make sacrifices as a team player. The image of Hexagram 7 states, In the middle of the earth is water, the image of the army. Thus, the superior being increases their masses by generosity towards the people. Just as the earth carries the immense weight of the oceans on its surface, ensure the morale of those around you is cultivated in a spirit of protection rather than as a conqueror. Purpose-driven connection binds this mass towards a common goal. Respect isn't built by lording one's power over others, but by becoming a stable foundation to support that weight. To increase their masses, their people, or their numbers means being an active, visible player in the midst of the active effort or the structure. Being a disciplined, stable, generous foundation for others will cause people to naturally flow towards you. A changing line 1. An army must set forth in proper order. If the order is not good, misfortune threatens. The theme of this line is clearly defining objectives, roles, tasks, and mandates, or there will be consequences. It's time to set the standard and to create proper boundaries. This is the pre-flight checklist before all systems are a go for launch. You're setting the tone and the pace of the work being done, and you're being looked to as an example. Before any major work or initiative is undertaken, it's essential that you lay a stable foundation where everyone has a purpose, knows that purpose, and knows how to put their gifts into action. Set your expectations, keep things simple as possible. Proper order creates safety. A changing line 2. In the midst of the army, good fortune, no blame. The king bestows a triple decoration. To be in the midst of the army means directly sharing in the risk and the rewards of the army or the multitude while it's in action. Respect here is earned from being within rather than being above or beyond the mass or the army. If you're above, you risk disconnection, and disconnection leads to resentment or dissent. Act as the core of the initiative by leading from the center. When your people or team sees you in the muddy trenches with them, their morale becomes unstoppable. This is an example of integrated leadership, doing the footwork with those around you to see and endeavor through to the end by your example. A changing line 3. Perhaps the army carries everyone in the wagon, misfortune. Or in some translation it says, the army carries corpses in wagons, misfortune. The subject of this line is a clash of egos, a clash of leadership where unclear commands and roles leads to defeat. There is a contest between those who believe they have the right to lead the initiative. This is the line of having too many cooks in the kitchen. This ultimately causes confusion in subordinates who cannot complete tasks successfully or are divided as to which path to take. This can indicate dissent or even dissatisfaction. This indecision, ambiguity, or lack of unity brings defeat and ruin. There is an implication of being weighed down by the failures of the past or psychological baggage. These are the corpses carried in wagons. The initiative or endeavor is about to dissolve into chaos, and there is a need for a clear leader. Without clear instruction, the major effort turns into a riot. A changing line 4. The army retreats. No blame. The subject of this line is to be strategic to save what actually matters, to regroup, and to gather your strength once again. The initiative of whatever it is that you're trying to lead must go on the defensive. In an endeavor against a powerful influence, you may find that retreat is your only option in order to save the group or the team from major losses. In an endeavor against a more powerful foe, this is a strategic move rather than an outright defeat. If the way forward is blocked or you're facing a cost that is too high, you need to halt your advance immediately. Gather what resources are necessary, strategize, and retrieve valuable information before setting out again on the endeavor. A changing line 5. There is game in the field. It furthers one to catch it. Without blame. Let the eldest lead the army. The younger transports corpses. Then perseverance brings misfortune. There is a clear objective that can be achieved in your endeavor, and that you should seize the opportunity, but you need to have the right people and the right plan in the right positions. A major goal is within reach, and you should capitalize on this moment. There is an emphasis on getting the most experienced, which is represented by the eldest, to lead the initiative, while the least experienced, the younger, should take on a supportive or a secondary role. This line can indicate a major incoming struggle or challenge where large numbers of individuals are involved in the endeavor. This could be opposition, or it could simply be an overwhelming challenge that will take everything that you have in order to navigate through the difficulty. A changing line 6. The Great Prince issues commands, found states, vests families with fiefs. Inferior people should not be employed. This line indicates a major win or a completion of a difficult task is accomplished. As a leader, it's best to begin reorganizing and putting these resources to good use by creating a new and stable foundation. To vest families with fiefs means to give generously to those who have contributed honestly and faithfully to the cause, to give promotion where it's due. The inferior ones, individuals who would abuse or ultimately cause decay with hard-won resources, should be dealt with differently. These could be individuals who are petty, arrogant, driven by insatiable ambition, or simply opportunists who would undermine the hard work that has been done. If you have general questions, would like to contribute, need help interpreting the material from this, or have a request on what you would like to learn next, please email oracleodysseyinquiry@gmail.com. Peace out.